Peace, 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 tribe. Welcome to the Peaceful Energy Podcast, where we align spaces of peace and wellness with our everyday lives. I have Miss Shawana here with me today. I always point the wrong way. Look at that. I'm pointing the right direction today, y'all. Shawana, introduce yourself. Let these people know who you are and all that you do.
Okay, so I am Shawana Ward. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I've lived like up and down the East Coast since I was a child, but for the most part, I've been in Virginia the whole time. I was living in Hampton Roads majority of my life, and as of October, I'm in Richmond. I went to school for like psychology and mental health. I thought I wanted to be a counselor, but no. So, wellness has always and mental health has always like been just a part of me. So, long story short, after I had my son and beginning my own healing journey, I got into like holistic wellness and health. And as I transformed, I started aligning like my spiritual gifts with like divinity and figuring out what the root of this stuff came from, getting into like our ancestry and that thing. So lo and behold, for the past 3 years, I've been meditating, practicing meditation, and now I'm a wellness practitioner. I hold a self-care wellness workshop once a month in Norfolk. We just started in Baltimore, so starting this Sunday, we'll be kicking off the every last Sunday of the month. We'll be doing the workshop in Baltimore, Maryland, at a studio up there. Details can be found once you guys get information to my social media outlets. So yeah, that's in it. Just like I love spirituality, I love just good vibes. I love traveling, and just seeing people grow and be their highest self. So anything that I could do, whatever creative ventures I do, is all about just promoting our highest self. So that's me in a nutshell.
That's beautiful. That's
Thank
a
you.
beautiful place. Yeah, I like it like that. And it makes me chuckle because when you're like, oh, I thought I was going to be a counselor. I'm like, yeah, that's how I was. I'm like a nurse on the psych unit. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do forever. And it was like, no.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Right. No, you like wellness. You don't like that. That's not wellness over there.
Absolutely.
So once we get the transition, and I think it's pretty dope that you have made the transition.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask you our infamous question here. But what is your energy?
My energy right now, I have to say gratitude, honestly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, gratitude right now. I was gonna say giraffe because giraffe is my favorite animal, but I was trying to figure out how to make that jazzy, y'all, and I couldn't. So yeah, gratitude, because every day I have to say, like, if I don't experience nothing else, it's that word. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you today. I had one in my head, but it's gone. Y'all I don't know what my energy today is.
That's
My
okay
my
too.
my energy today is my energy today right now is just glory.
I like it.
I'm really just in a space of loving Kristen where she's at and just acknowledging that I bring a space that many can't. And I'm just grateful to be me. And so with that, I'm just gonna stick with glory.
I like it.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. So what does peace look like to you?
Ooh, peace to me is not having to think twice about like literally just being who you are. Um, Being in spaces and places and surrounded by people who understand,
Yeah.
and so that you don't feel like you ever have to come outside yourself to to coexist. So yeah, peace for me is just being able to be my authentic self.
Yeah. And that's beautiful because so many people are struggling being their authentic self, especially right now in the midst of this upside down world that we're living in. A lot of people are just like, I'm just trying to make it,
Literally.
not even doing any self assessment.
Yeah.
With all that you have going on from doing the workshops and the wellness and things of that nature, how are you finding balance in your life? Because you're also a mom and that's a lot of hats.
So honestly, time management was, and it still is. I'm not gonna say that I have conquered it, but having to like, I had to understand that anything that I have value in deserves like time set aside. Because to me, it was before I used to be on some like, well, if it's not work, related, then I'm not gonna schedule this in. So it's literally like for me in my life, I have to organize everything. So it's like I'm not doing anything the third weekend of every month because that is my weekend with my son or with just me and him. So it's not like I have him with me doing other things. Like this time is specifically just his. I'm not doing creating content for nobody. I'm not
Yeah.
doing meditations one on one or anything. Like this weekend, it's nothing but sun because I know I have to share so much of my time with him, like on the other days, because
Yeah.
I am trying to create a life so that when he gets older, he doesn't have to survive how we've had to survive. Like we're learning how to do things on our own and become self reliant. So we're not working for other people in those things. So it's like I'm trying to create a life now so that as he grows into teens and adolescence, he can literally free flow and be who he wants to be. So with that going on, like you said, there are many hats to be worn. You do have to kind of maneuver and figure out what your niches is, what your specialties are, so that you can thrive in those. So like just really organizing like my time, like setting time aside, even to do nothing. Like I'm not doing anything on this day of the week because I need to rest, or cutting things off at a certain time. Like just being very, very intentional about what I say I want to do in life. If that's being a mom, if that's being a spouse to somebody, if that's being on at my 9 to 5 until I can thank God leave, and if that's just catering to my creative needs. So like being intentional.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's beautiful. And I see someone put that peace for me is my relationship with my higher self.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, that is like right on time
Mm-hmm.
because it is so true. It is so true. I literally just did an Instagram live talking about just trusting your intuition because it will not steer you wrong.
Absolutely.
And us questioning ourselves is what takes us out of our peaceful space. So most definitely knowing your higher self and trusting your higher self is one of the most important things I feel like you can do on your journey to peace. Um, what made you feel the need to create so many community spaces? Because you are doing it and I love it.
It I can honestly say none of it was like on purpose. Like I tell people all the time, they're like, you do a lot, but it's because I understand that if I don't do positive stuff, I'm gonna be destructive. Like most people don't know really creative people, people who are like really intuitive. If we don't channel that energy into something that's creating like, something of value, we'll be destructive. So a lot of my stuff just happened because I had a idea or something in me just wanted to try it. Now some stuff I tried and I'm not consistent with. Some stuff I tried I never tried again, but it was certain things that just kind of stuck with me. So like I was intentional just about praying like, okay, how come I keep wanting to do this? And as it started off, like I said, just being a space to be creative, a creative outlet, people would be like, yo, like when you don't post, we be looking for you. Or when you don't do this, we ain't seen a podcast episode in this long. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, so this is bigger than me. So I started figuring it out. So I try to be, like I said, I'm very spiritual. I pray about everything.
Yeah,
So it's certain stuff that kind of just stuck with me. I prayed about it and I felt like God was like, okay, like be consistent with it. You might not be able to know exactly what it's going to turn into, but just be consistent and you'll see along the way. So that's
yeah,
how it happened. Yeah.
yeah. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Peace, Mel. Hey, Mayor. You're talking about woo, what a word. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Can I tell you that I feel like so? Let me. I'm big on divine timing.
Mm,
Um, and one thing that you said repeatedly was consistency.
mm.
And I'm gonna tell you that is a thing I have been struggling with the most when it comes down to I'm not even gonna say just my brand, just in general in life. I'm one of those people that is like, oh, I've done it, I mastered it, I'm gonna fly over here now.
Boom. Yep.
I got that, I'm good. And it's like I've got my fix, but I've realized that when I'm finding those spaces that I enjoy, that I need to be consistent in them to continue that space of joy. You know,
Mm,
at one point in time, because I'm working on that, at one point in time, I was so busy just looking for all of the spaces in the world of happiness that it's like, why would you leave something that you enjoyed? But it was just like you said, that creative energy just wanted me to just be like, okay, all right, well, now I'm going over here.
right.
All right, I'm gonna go do this. And I woke up one day and I said, yo, I have so many certifications and I'm doing absolutely nothing with none of them.
Wow.
And I said, so these certifications ain't getting me anywhere. Like what does it mean to have it and not find your love and your passion and your joy in it? So consistency, y'all hear that? Consistency.
And I know because I struggle with it too.
Yeah.
One of the one things that helps me remain consistent, I had to like kind of change my perspective about consistency because it's the way that I was looking at it was draggish. Like, oh my God, every day I got to get up and post at this time of day and do this and da 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 da. And it turned into when I went in, introspection and went in, it was like, well, anything you love deserves consistency. If I say I love myself, then I need to be consistent with self. And if I'm consistent with meditating every day, my spirituality, if I'm saying that this is something I want to do for myself one day, then I like it's self-care to be consistent. Like that's showing myself love. And it was like, oh dang. So like this whole time I've been thinking of it in a way that it's like a burden was totally the wrong perspective. I'm not a burden. Nothing I do or that is birthed from me is burdensome. So I'm not going to even look at it in that way. And that kind of like, once I changed my perspective, it was like, no, I'm just loving on myself by being consistent. This is an act
Right.
of love, like
Right.
period.
Yeah. And your mindset, like you said, your mindset is so important because a
Mhm.
lot of times we'll do that. We'll talk ourselves out of something that's great for us just because we're like, oh, well, what's this or what's that? And it's like, if you wake up and like I tell people all the time, like if you wake up in the morning and you start telling yourself negative stuff, that's how your day is going to flow.
Period.
There's, you know what I'm saying? But if you change your attitude, if you work on your mindset, everything changes. So the same way, like I was the same way about social media. I was like, oh, I don't like this. I'm not
Good.
good at this. I don't know
Good.
if I can pass space. I don't want to sell who doing the real. Who? And every time I told myself I didn't like it, I promise I hated it a little bit more.
A little bit more. Sure did.
And
I
so
think a
finally,
little bit less.
I'm gonna just have fun, and they just gonna see Kristen. And
And
once
that's
I just kind of release that pressure off of it, it's just y'all just get whatever. I say whatever, left, right, indifferent. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, that what Toby say? Unfollow
I
me.
love girl. We need to repost that once a day.
Listen,
If you don't like what I say or do, just hit the button. People feel so entitled to comment, child.
right. And this is a thing, like, okay, you can leave your comment, but don't listen. I'm peaceful, but don't push me.
Okay, because on
Okay, because
Facebook,
I'm gonna talk back. I don't want you to feel like I'm so stuck up in the social media stuff that I won't let you know where you can go and how
right,
you can get there.
right, boundaries. Okay,
Right. I'm real picky with myself right now.
as you should be. You deserve to be picky with you.
Yes, yes. So most definitely. So can you tell the people how they can reach you?
So, you guys can reach me at the Self Love Song on all platforms. Um, well, I say it's personal, but that's my predominantly love is like my personal blog page, I guess. Like I'm like really transparent up there for the most part. I like to write and things like that. So if you want to follow predominantly love, you can. But if you're into just kind of like the wellness aspect of things, I recommend following the self-love psalms. You can visit my website, predominantlylove.com. Everything that I have going on is like literally everything is up there. So you can, pick what you like out of there. You can go on the website, that'll give you like the outlet to everything. So yeah, I think that's good enough. Y'all go to the site and you can kind of just venture from there and figure out what you want. I got a book out, a workbook guide with over 100 affirmations. It's a daily 28-day devotional, so it kind of breaks down like a breathwork exercise, a release that you can get rid of, and then on that day, and then like a journaling prompt. So if you guys are looking for something for some type of structure to implement self-care daily into your life, it's called the Self-Love Song. You can order that off of Amazon as well. And yeah, like just stay tuned, subscribe to the mailing list. Again, everything is on the website, predominantlylove.com.
Definitely, y'all. She's a vibe for real. I definitely listen. Sign up for her class. Listen, and you will never. And I've always been like, I'm waiting till I come in person. I'm gonna come in person, and she's like, it's gonna happen in divine timing.
It will when you need to come.
Timing, and I'm like, yep. And I'm like now over here trying to arrange my calendar to make sure I'm like I'm gonna get there on time. She gonna be in Baltimore this last
This
weekend, but
Sunday, y'all.
following weekend I might be in Virginia, so I might have to show up.
Okay. Oh yeah. So because on the 6th, it'll be in Norfolk, y'all. Come on out. We would love to have you. Everybody always I always enjoy it. So I know you guys will. And it's virtual and in person. And like I told Kristen, I tell her when it's your time to come, you'll be there and you're gonna love it. So we're here for y'all when y'all ready.
I'm telling you, but y'all come at least get the virtual, just enjoy the space and the love. Can you do me a favor and leave our audience with an affirmation?
Of course. So you are enough. And it's on Kristen's shirt. You are enough. That's what I was telling my kids today at work today. Like that's been the energy, like feeling like you want to go towards something, but just like, can I really do this? Like, do I have what I need? This is your confirmation, your affirmations. You have everything you need. You are enough and you are right where you're supposed to be.
Yes. Y'all take that, manifest on that, write that down. You are enough. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure having you. I am grateful for you.
Yes, yes,
And
same.
you guys, please make sure that y'all follow her on all outlets. Go to the website, like she said, buy the workbook because we all need to do a little bit of extra work in our life. We got one more
Thank
comment
you.
before we dip out.
Gratitude.
Y'all have so much wisdoms. Oh, all praises. Oh, thank you so much. Wonderful queen. Thank you. Y'all, we love you so much. And we will continue to create these spaces of wellness. Definitely, she will be back. She just don't know it yet. um,
I enjoyed this.
sure many of y'all don't know I started this as a challenge. That's why our episodes are so short right now, but we will be doing a little bit more as the year goes along. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Love you.
Yes. Love y'all. Thanks again, guys.
Peace.